Hey everybody, what's going on? Not one of my usual game chat or game videos that I've been making, but was talking to a few people the other day and today and figured, with everything going on right now, just for help and assistance, I might as well make a video. Um, this is just due to the struggle that we're all having here with the coronavirus and everything. And just wanted to let you guys know, I am no expert. Let me make that very clear. I don't claim anything like that, but I did in the past work at an emergency room as a security guard and learned a lot when it came to spreading diseases and spreading germs and how to prevent that. So I wanted to take the time to share my knowledge with what little I have in hopes of just helping people out and seeing, trying to get people to calm down a little bit and live your day-to-day lives as best as you guys can. Just really simple things, continue to wash your hands. That's a no-brainer right there. We all should be doing that anyways. That's something we grew up on. But one thing that I will say, I had to go out today to get some groceries for my family and everything. And just simple tips that I did when I worked at the emergency rooms, things that I applied today. I wore just regular clothing and everything, long sleeve shirts, long pants, tried to make sure I wore gloves. I didn't have a mask with me, otherwise I would have worn a mask. Might be overreacting, who knows? I don't really care. It is things that I'm going to do to take precaution as well. I recommend to do the same thing. When I got home, I immediately took my shoes off outside, so I didn't track those in. Those will be Lysoled and cleaned up a little bit later, just a little touch up and everything. I recommend doing the same thing. A lot of stuff that you track come into the house via your shoes. We try to tend to keep our shoes out of the house anyways, as in we take them off as soon as we get in, just how we are. But it's very important to do that nowadays if you have to go out. A lot of people are going out. I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying to quarantine yourselves or anything like that. I'm just trying to give you guys tips and help. If you need to go home and stuff, or go out, as soon as you get home, I highly recommend doing what I did today. I took off my clothes. I put them in a separate pile. Those will be washed separately as well. I mean, I'm sure that if we wash them together with everything else, they'll be fine, but I'm just going to be a little cautious and everything like that. Also, I took a shower immediately, took a shower right away. I did that. I took 2 showers a day when I worked in the emergency room because of all the stuff that came in and all the stuff that was tracked around. I got peed on in there. That was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of stuff happened in the emergency room that I could track home to my family. This is no different. If you guys need to go out, go do your thing. Just do what you need to do. As soon as you get home, just take off your shoes. Don't track it into the house. I would highly recommend, like I said, changing your clothes, putting it separately, taking a shower before you put your new clothes on, just soap, water, whole 9 yards, same thing, nothing big. And just in the end, I mean, it was kind of sad today to go out again and see how much is missing. I mean, I could not get macaroni and cheese for my kids because it was completely out. The pizzas, I mean, the frozen meals were completely out. People were screaming about toilet paper because they were restocking it and they were freaking out about it. And it's still going on like that. We've got to calm down on that one, guys. I mean, like I said, I'm nobody in the sense of I'm not a big influence on anything. I'm just a normal everyday Joe that's being affected by what's going on around me, just like everybody else. And that's the biggest thing you guys have to remember is we're all going through this together. There's absolutely no reason why we can't help each other out by giving the supplies and leaving the supplies that are needed for other people. There's so many people out there that are being affected. The lucky few or lucky people that are able to go out and do their grocery shopping with no problems and not financially struggling and not losing their jobs. Good for you. But there are people out there that are struggling, and this is not helping when you hoard everything and you freak out about toilet paper and you take all the macaroni and cheese and you take all the last bag, of French fries. It's just ridiculous things like that. You guys it's something that we're all going through. You have to remember that. There's no reason for us not to be able to help each other out. But in the end, like I said, biggest thing I have to say, go do your thing, live your life. Don't change anything. If you don't need to, take off your shoes, wash your hands, and take a shower as soon as you get home before you touch anything else or anybody else. That's the most important thing. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment on the below, and I'll check them out and answer them. I would like to reiterate, I am no expert. I worked for a good while as a security guard in an emergency room and had to learn quite a bit about contaminations and everything because I dealt with them directly. People coming in with all sorts of diseases that I had to physically handle myself with my team. So we had to take multiple precautions. And those are things that I did to help you guys, to help myself out and my family and not drag anything home. So just like I said, as a recap, just take off your shoes, immediately take a shower, separate your clothing, put new clothes on, and don't touch anything or anybody as best as possible as soon as you get home until you're able to do that stuff. These are things that you can do to help you out, and just be kind and considerate to other people. We're all struggling. You're not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm an everyday Joe struggling with my family. Just be considerate, be kind, and rewind. Come on. So I hope you guys find this useful. Share it. Please ask questions if you have any. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, and we'll get through this. I mean, a couple of years down the road, we'll look back and hopefully it'll be something that we can just learn from.